Welcome to programming Vectric gadgets using LUA and HTML. This is not a comprehensive study of LUA, HTML, or Vectric software, but a simple method for creating the web page interface needed to modify the information your gadget uses to perform its functions. A link to the Vectric gadget developer's information is posted below, where you can find the gadget SDK and documentation, along with the installation instructions. The circle gadget we will be creating will show how to draw a circle, with data from the interface for the radius and center start point. This gadget will also show how to cycle through the objects on the current layer to select an object to be modified. If you do not know how to set up your coding environment with Notepad++, and create the LUA and HTML pages, watch the Square Gadget videos. In the 4 videos of the Square Gadget, you will learn the basics for setting up your coding environment, with the LUA and HTML pages necessary for a functioning gadget. The information from those tutorials will not be repeated here. Starting with the HTML page, enter the coding for all the buttons and text boxes needed for this gadget. Save the page and view it in your browser to make sure all the elements are there. Open the LUA page. Before the function main, declare the global variables. In the function main, enter the coding shown. Instructions for the specific coding in this step are covered in the Square Gadget videos. The first button draws a circle based on the data entered for the circle radius, X start point, and Y start point, in the gadget's HTML interface. The createCircle method uses this data, plus a tolerance and Z value, both set at 0 for this process. Convert the circle to a CAD contour, add it to the current layer, then refresh the drawing. Save the page and open the circle gadget in V-Carve Pro. Test the circle button, making changes in the input boxes for the radius, X, and Y positions. The next button draws a set of 6 concentric circles. While testing numerous code variations, V-Carve frequently crashed when trying to process nil values. This button saved the tedious task of having to redraw circles to test the selection functions. This is an example of how gadgets can simplify your work process. There are several ways to do this, but a group is used to show some of the methods associated with working with a group. Start with creating a contour group. The circles are added to the tail position of the group, using the createCircle method shown in the circle button function. Convert the circle group to a CAD group. Clear the global selection group. Add the CAD group to the global selection group. When created, groups are, by name, grouped together. They need to be ungrouped to allow access to the individual objects. Clear the global selection group again and refresh the drawing. Save the page, open V-Carve, and test the circles button. Return to the LUA page. Enter the text for the next and previous buttons to call the function next previous. To identify the calling button, these buttons pass a text string to the function's variable sendBTN. The function nextPrevious uses sendBTN and several other variables to iterate through the current layer's objects, selecting the next or previous object. The focus is on acquiring the desired object's position, assigned to G position, using the getHeadPosition, getTailPosition, getNext, and getPrevious methods. GetNext and getPrevious methods return two items, the selected object, and the next or previous position. The selected object is not needed, so it is held in the local variable, temp object. GI is the integer variable used to count the position in the object group. When the object's position reaches the first or last object in the group, the getNext or getPrevious position value becomes nil, creating an error. GI needs to be adjusted, and the method changed, to access the correct position. Imax equals the total objects on the layer, which is the same number as the last object in the layer's object group. The desired object is finally assigned to the local variable, selectObject, using the getIt method with the correct G position. Clear the selection group, then add selectObject to the selection group. The function finishes by assigning the local selectObject to the GObject variable, making it accessible to process in other functions. Save the page. In V-Carve, open the gadget, draw circles, and test the next and previous buttons. If more objects are added or deleted to the current layer, the next previous function still works. The Edit button just contains sample coding to verify the selected object is available to be modified. Here, the translation matrix 2D is used to move the center point of the selected object. Notice that the object does not lose its position in the object group. The last button, Select None, clears the selection group and resets the value of GI to 1. This is a simple, limited function gadget, showing a way to draw circles on the active layer, and cycle through the active layer to select an object to be modified. This video is not an in-depth tutorial on Vectric, LUA, or HTML. Hopefully, you found some information that will be useful in your own gadgets. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked this video, give a thumbs up and subscribe to be notified of future videos. You can also go to the website link below to see all the videos, and support the creation of more videos showing how to work with the Vectric LUA interface.